Nice cliff here, back up the field with the cute girl. It's marketed as a trainer and it is quite a cute little trainer, but what's it actually like to learn on? So what I want to do is some figure of eights and some landing approaches and maybe the odd loop thrown in for good measure. I want to test the stall out as well, so let's give that a go and we'll see how it performs as a trainer. I think she's going to do all right. Hit the old like button if you gain some value from this video, and if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything, so hit that button and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers. How easy is it to actually fly when you're learning? It's a nice model, it's a first model to build, and it's a nice model to fly. I'd say it's aimed at the trainer type market, but is it actually a good model as a trainer? Let's take it up. Okay, check the controls: right, left, up, down, throttle active, wind direction. Here we go. Height is safety, but for the sake of seeing what's happening, let's bring it down a bit. But a good thing to practice when you're learning is figure of eights. So I've got my back to the wind at the moment, so I'm going to give it a little bit more throttle. Figure of eight, so I'm starting my circuit now. Into wind, crosswind, element of downwind, and then only a very small amount of left rudder just to bring it around. I'm in no hurry, so I'm not going to open the throttle. So that's 1/8. Let's bring it down a bit. Let's open the throttle a bit and get things moving a bit more for a bit of fun. Just figure of eights. If you can do figure of eights, then you can fly really, because you're handling wind coming from all directions and you're showing a controlled flight pattern. Like there, I've got to open the throttle a little bit because I'm into wind again. So just crossing in front of you. Try and maintain a nice round flight pattern if you can. It shows you've got control. But if you imagine a figure of eight in the sky, just try and follow the path. Pretty much like that. And the other thing you can practice is landing approaches. Climbing a bit there, but so the wind is coming from behind me, so I'll give it a bit more throttle, turn downwind, and then use the crosswind element as where you're going to turn onto your final approach. So that looks about right. So I'm going to turn there pretty much directly into wind now. I'm going to close the throttle a bit. If it looks like it's going to drop short, I can open the throttle. If it looks good, you can leave it where it is. I'm just going to open the throttle slightly because I want it to take off again. Okay. So if you just practice your approaches like that, let's do one that's obviously going to be too far away. Downwind, crosswind. I'm going to deliberately make it so I've got to open the throttle again. So it's going to land short, so I'll just keep the wings level, move the stick toward the wings that's down. I'm just easing in the throttle now. When I'm over the threshold, about there, I can close the throttle a little, not all the way, just gently, and land. Now if you're too close to land, say I'm going to try landing from there, obviously I'm far too high. What you can do, if you really want to land, you can try and just S it off a bit like this, just to lose a bit of height. I could land behind me, but I'm not going to. But this is what you need to practice, just landing approaches the whole time. The wind's just dropped, which makes landing even different again, because obviously it's not going to be there to slow me down more. Oh, I needed more up elevator there, but that's the way to do it. That's the way we land. So now I've had a bit of fun showing you what to practice. Let's try an aerobatic flight. Now I know this model doesn't roll because I've tried it, but it will loop. Always check your controls before you take off. Engine's live. Keep it straight when you're taking off. Oh, let's abort that. That was a good idea aborting, because full left rudder wasn't enough to keep it straight. I probably didn't open the throttle quite quick enough. It's easier to abort a takeoff while it's still on the ground. Once you get into the air, you try aborting a takeoff, things can go horribly wrong. Again, here we go. So I used a little bit of right rudder there just to keep it straight, and up she goes. Right, loop, you can loop crosswind, although there's not much at the moment. Plenty of throttle, and she goes. Up elevator, not full up actually, this model just doesn't need, you don't need full up to do a loop sometimes, just half the elevator throws enough to, you don't want to do really tight loops, you want a nice rounded large loop. Shut the throttle, open the throttle. Not a good idea to loop downwind, because you have to go a lot faster to get your airspeed up. Into wind, shut the throttle. When you've gone over the top, close the throttle, otherwise you'll speed up as you come down the other side, which isn't too cool. The other thing I wanted to explain actually was, when the model's flying towards you, which way do you push the stick to keep the wings level? After a while you don't even know you're correcting it. See, the right wing's down, so I move the stick to the right and it levels up. So yeah, I think it makes a good trainer. Let me show you what a stall looks like on this model. So if you slow a plane down too much, I'm pulling in up elevator, closing the throttle, I've got full up elevator. Look at that, I've got full up elevator. It's not a model that drops a wing all of a sudden, I'm just holding in full up. So no stall at all, it doesn't even actually go into a stall pattern, it just mushes, which makes it a really good trainer actually. So let's try landing. It's probably going to nose over because of the length of the grass. So I've got my back to the wind, use that leg. I'm going to turn in slightly early because I'm a little bit low. Start to shut the throttle a little, keeping the wings level, closing the throttle as I come in, and then I'm going to pull in full up. Hopefully it won't nose over. Here we go. Full up, full up, full up. Oh, you saw, I can't try any better than that. That was full up. I nearly got it as well. There you have it, guys. Let's pick her up. Isolate the motor. Always isolate the motor. So there's your cute girl. Yeah, I'd say she makes a cracking little trainer. If you want to buy one, I'll put a link in the description below. And thanks for watching. Cheers, guys.